That is ridiculous. I've done it plenty of times and watched it plenty of times. Sorry, I just wanted to clear that up because everyone in the comments is saying if it's not done correctly, it wasn't, or if you don't break ribs, it's not done correctly. That's not true. But I'm done. That's it. Thank you, Patty.
Yeah, they didn't even do a full set. I've had CPR done on me before, and I've never honestly had a rib broken. But as far as cancer, Mallory, yes, I did have ovarian cancer. That was years ago. I talk about it a lot. I update people a lot because a lot of my friends always want to know how my scans go, what's going on with me. I am cancer free, do not have it, have not had it in years. Thank the freaking Lord. I don't think my body could really handle that right now. I'm not getting mad because I totally understand. This is why I wanted to come on Mallory's platform. When people hear my story from like a snapshot, it sounds fucking crazy. I have no problem explaining to people there's nothing fraudulent, you know, there's nothing wrong about this. And mind you, the reason I got on live and I was so mad was because it was so embarrassing. Like worked my whole life. Like I've never been in this position before. So honestly, when I didn't get the help that I thought that I deserved, and all of this just kept spiraling, and then he got fired for literally coming to my aid, I was just like pissed. I was pissed. So I was venting, and I've taken so much advice. I'm so grateful for my doctors for helping me out with the disability and helping me out with things. But you guys, these things take time to get fucking approved. That's the only reason. This is just a time sensitive thing.
So can I just, are you still going to get to cover this on Mallory's platform? Because I think
I hope so.
Okay. Because I think it would be great to hear it from beginning to end. So maybe it'll clear up people who are questioning things.
This is the first time I literally approved my family to do a GoFundMe, and I did it out of like anger, and I was so pissed about doing it. That's again, this is why I said I was mad that my sister felt she had to do this, and they were telling me I had no choice. When I had cancer and we had that $800 bill or whatever it was, like that was no issue. I didn't care. But my mom was also working. So now she's not. She's retired. I don't have the same help I used to have, guys.
Well, if you are able to get onto Mallory's platform, if you could clear up the conditions and why they told you may only have months to live, because it's very scary.
Yeah,
and I want to learn, so I will be there. Like I want to sit and learn and see your experiences. I don't think you're a terrible person. I don't think you're trying to, scam everybody out of anything. I just think that making it a learning lesson for the conditions would be awesome.
That is why I came on live today. You know what? My husband told me, do not do it. He's like, you don't owe them anything. But when I saw people's reactions to last night, I felt horrible because anyone who was in my live today can vouch for this. I had people from my real life come up and say, yeah, this is normal for us. We crack jokes about it because, we're dark humor. She's almost died my baby daddy's sister said thousands. She's literally almost died so many times. This is used to us, but you guys aren't used to this. So I don't want people hearing these situations I go through and being scared all night. I don't want that. That is why I came live today, and I tried to explain a little bit to people so they could understand, like, hey, you might hear I'm going through these scary things, but I mean, it's been good. Like, I'm still here so far. I don't want no sympathy. I did not want anyone sitting here. TMZ, please stop talking. Yes, I spoke with my friends about my mental health because I had a couple run-ins with my mental health, and for some reason they think it's okay to repeat that to y'all and tell y'all. And you know what? I want everyone in these comments to know, if you've ever been in a spot where you're low enough where you feel like you may do that, you are not alone. You can always reach out for help. That is why I'm still here, because I know the warning signs and I know how to deal with it. And anybody who makes you feel bad or brings up the fact that you've ever been in that spot, screw them. Any other questions? Sorry, guys.
Casper, and I don't know your relationship with I'll say the animal side, because I have been in animal side. I've played games at night with them. We chill. We don't talk about nobody. We just mind our business. But when they are making the comments to you, again, remember, everybody up here has said Uncle Daddy, Mallory, the
I can
internet is
figure it
forever.
out.
We say what we say. It's always going to follow us when we're on different platforms. It's not a secret. So when I understand you wanting to defend yourself, but please remember these are all conversations that you've had in with different people on different platforms. You don't know this, but when I first saw you, you were telling your story. And I'm not going to repeat what you said, but it was your dark side, your dark moment, and that was how I
Yeah.
was introduced to you. You didn't know I was in there, and I was like, okay, I see that girl, but I've
And
also
that
seen
is
you
why
on
I
other
speak out about it.
platforms doing other things and saying other things, and so when your friends or ex buddies got together the other night to connect their stories and piece together their puzzles, it it may have read as bash session for you because you are on the receiving end, but they were confused. And
And, well,
I
and
don't know
muting
any
and
of them
blocking me
personally
when
to defend them and ride for them, but I was over there because I was confused.
I
And
get
the
it,
more
but
you
that's
sit
why
up
I
here
tried to
and
explain.
talk, it's like the drain. We're circling, but there's nothing for us to grab at because even Queen asked you 3 direct questions and you kind of went all the way around it and then brought it right back to what we've already heard from you. And again, you don't
What?
owe anybody anything, but
Wait,
when
no,
you
what did
want
Queen ask me? Because
support,
I'm sorry, I've been asked a lot of questions. I don't want to not answer
I
anyone.
know, I
What did
know,
she ask me that I didn't answer?
but I'm not gonna, it's not my job to do that. If she asked you a question, Honey Bunch, and not, don't take that as condescending. I call everybody Honey
No,
Bunch. I
I've
call
just been
people
asked a lot of
nicknames.
questions.
I call people everything. Some nasty, y'all know, but this is not a nasty moment. She asked you something, and if you were engaging in that conversation, answer that question and move on. Now, had you had said, I'm not going to answer that, we receive it, we move on. But it really feels like we are running all the way down the street, across the road, down and back, just to get to the center. We could just cross. We can meet in the middle. We can just go and get the flag. But I feel like we're having to run freaking miles just to get what's going
I,
on. What do you need? How can you get it? Are you gonna get it? Are you gonna survive? If it's trouble, like what support? Like we want to
that's
know
why I'm here.
straight up, but we have not seen it, heard it, read it, felt it. And I really, really want to support you, but I feel like I don't know how because I have been getting people message me and I'm like, I only talked to her a couple times. Like, why are you asking me? But they said
Yeah, I
you
think it was
said
just
that
I
I
was
helped you
asked a
so much,
lot
but
of
I really don't
questions.
even believe that I helped you. And I hate saying that, but I really, I would like to know who called you at 8 o'clock in the morning and told you that your case was approved after 10 hours, because that person needs an award for working the county, because that has never in the history of counties happened.
So maybe that was my miswording because the phone call was, she said, you will be approved for this. She was telling me, she's like, you're absolutely will be approved for this. And then let me go see if I would say, I think I just got a thing in from DHS today in the mail. So that's probably the papers, but I don't have the card yet or, like anything like that. I was just telling you, like, as I heard that, I was so excited that I was telling you, like, hey, I'm like, she's like, I'm approved for this. So that's where that came from. I can answer any direct questions. I just feel like I was asked a lot and I'm trying my best to reach everyone. But that is so that could have been like miswording. I have no problem explaining, but that's why I went to you, because I was like not even thinking about the fact that I could still reapply. And when she said, oh yeah, your situation has changed, you will absolutely be approved, I was excited. So I was like,
So
thank you
you,
so
when you
much.
reapplied, because I can see people in the comments, because
In
many
Michigan,
people
it's
have
called
been in
SIR, guys,
county
emergency
and work.
SIR.
So when you applied online and somebody called you the next morning,
I'm
or
sorry, repeat that.
did you apply to you like I have a caseworker, I reached out to my caseworker and I said review my case, and that caseworker was like, oh yes, let me get on that right at 7
Okay,
a.m.
so in Michigan, we have a My Bridges. So I went to the My Bridges and I uploaded the documents that he had lost his job and our situation had changed.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the morning, when we spoke, she said that since the situation has changed under SER, SER, it's an emergency program, that they would qualify to be able to help me with a consumer's bill and get me approved for food stamps because it was an emergency situation.
And for whoever said that, I'm not saying it's not possible to get approved the same day. If you were listening when I told her that, I asked her to make sure she went up there and saw somebody so she could get approved same day. But my timeline for it was in the middle of the night. She applied online, and then we wake up the next morning and she's approved. To me, that is not that it will never ever work that way.
And like I said, that might have been my wording because we had that call. She said, you will absolutely be approved. It wasn't, you are approved right now. So that I had no problem clearing up.
Here, I just wanted to say this really quick for the account. I didn't catch your name that was coming for Petty, saying that who is he going to make justify their medical condition again? Here's the thing.
People have valid questions.
Yeah, here's the thing, because it absolutely is private, right? It is a private matter. But when you come to an app and you start discussing it, forming hardships around it, and then it kind of invokes those questions from people, right? And I want to make this clear too. There's another part of this that I think people miss, that it's not always monetarily. You know, when people get on here, and how many people have gotten on here and faked serious illnesses, there's also something, it's mental and emotional manipulation. Because some people like me, I'm not giving anybody my money because of anything, but I might invest in them mentally and emotionally and worry for them and their family and check on them. If I'm doing that for somebody and then it turns around that you're faking and I gave you that kind of energy, I am absolutely going to be angry about it. And I'm absolutely going to talk about you. I have done it. I have been the one that has gotten on this app and said, show me your my chart. Because
I don't blame you. Yeah.
I said that I worried for you and your family, and I felt horrible for you. So it's not just money all the time. It is mental and emotional manipulation.
Yeah, and that is why I came live today, because when I got back on, my real life friends, they were all joking, you know, because they're used to this. Again, they're used to this. They're like, okay, woohoo, you didn't die this time, blah, 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 blah. But when I saw this genuine concern for people who this didn't make sense to, they were concerned, I told my husband, I said, I cannot just let them worry. I've got to start, like, a lot of them don't understand my conditions and how they work together, the situation that led me here, the situation that's gone on. Like, and so that's why I wanted to come on, because I have no problem answering anyone's questions. And honestly, the only ones who are questioning this are a group of individuals who didn't even get my full story. And I don't even care about that. I send love and light to everyone. But like, to sit there and like what you said earlier, Rissa, with talking about it, that's fine. But when I come in and make myself known and say, hey, you know, I'll answer your questions, and then I get muted and blocked, you just took my voice away. They didn't even give me a chance to talk. They didn't. And then when I came back, they muted me again. Like,
okay, so I'm going to roll off that because
I don't send any drama your way. Everyone on my platform can say, I don't speak about you guys. I don't let you get spoke about. I have praised the shit out of TMZ here all week for the fact that she gave me advice. Like, y'all, you guys are, it's crazy that like you're acting like this. It really is.
Casper, when you were blocked in that live, you immediately went over to your live and you told everyone stuff about your mental health, and you said that we needed to be held accountable if something happened to you.
No, that is not what I said. I said, if something happens to me, I don't want you guys speaking on me. And I said that about Dee as well. And I said it because I was muted and blocked, and I felt like if something had happened to me, then it didn't need to be a thing where it's like, oh no, something happened to Casper, now I miss her. And I'm sorry, that's just how I feel.
But Casper, again, waving my flag, neutral. I was back and forth that night. Perception, you know, y'all know I like that word. Perception is key. When you were mentioning that these people are bullying you, those words were used. They're bullying you and attacking you, and then you make the statement.
And that's how I felt. And I'm sorry, it maybe bullying was harsh. I will just say, you know, when Christo invited me to a live to speak about a question I had for some other creator, I get there and all I hear are these people that, you know, who know these personal things about me, literally insinuating that somehow my sister didn't like do this under right terms. Somehow my family doesn't need help. Mind you, none of these people could name one single fact about what actually had happened with me the 2 weeks prior. So when I got muted and blocked, I personally felt like, yeah, like I was being bullied. So I went live and was like, hey, I went to go try to explain what's going on and they muted and blocked me. I guess I just don't get it. So I guess maybe that wasn't bullying. I felt like that was. I guess I just think if you're going to talk about someone's situation, you should let them talk on it. So I don't know. I'm answering everything, Chelsea. Literally.
Oh, God damn it with the showtime. I think I got cut off, but what I said was the words of bullying or attacking, and then the statement that followed with, if I'm no longer here, gave the viewer maybe the perception that if you were harmed in some way, if you did something, if you made a move, that it was due to this bullying situation, as you referred to it. Because again, as the viewer, I didn't see it that way. I saw it as friends or ex-friends, however y'all want to call each other, trying to piece together y'all's puzzles. Oh, Mr. Mallory, hey. When you get your 10 minutes, can you tell these folks, or 10 minutes, 1 minute, can you tell these folks sorry, Uncle Daddy, what the procedure is and how it's going to help you?
Okay, so I came up just to say I had actually messaged you and said, yes, I still want you to come on and speak and answer some questions, because I doubt everyone's going to be able to hear today. I think that we should give you more of an opportunity to be able to reach more people. So tomorrow I'd like 8 p.m. Central Time, if that works for you. Just let me know. And that's cute. And yes, Mr. Mallory and I are out and about, so I'm gonna after this, but just wanted to let everybody know, yes, I absolutely am, and yes, you found the man. That's Mr. Mallory. So I said, you're on Pastor Petty, you made it now. So all right, thank you guys.
Okay, so I'm trying to not say too much here, but I do want to clarify. When you said you applied for the loan for ASG, I'm pretty certain you were already out of work at that point. So it just didn't make a lot of sense. It made a lot of concern. Those are reasons why we've tried to just not associate, but it's kind of gotten to all this. I fully believe you have medical issues. I fully believe in a need for a GoFundMe. I've said that I have no problem with that. And as far as medical, there is stuff that, like, yeah, I don't know about, I'm concerned about, but it's just kind of my thought process. I just don't appreciate when we have questions about it or we're trying to figure something out that we're labeled as bullies, or it would be, we weren't allowed, the wording was so off.
Okay, all I want to remind people of is there's 900 and almost 1,000 people in here at this point in time, and I'm reading some of these comments, and I just don't understand. Are we in the same place that we're at every day? Because there's people in these comments that any other day would be like, oh, that person has to show proof. That person has to show proof. That today is like, no offense, Casper, but they're like, no, I wouldn't show anything. Look, guys, we deal with this every day. So I hate that you're sick, Casper. I really do. But, don't come for people in the comments and say, hey, don't show any proof, because we're in Petty's live. This is what we do. And Casper, you call on people to show proof as well when you're down in these comments. That's just all I'm going to say. And Mallory, if you're in a TJ Maxx, I need you to look for a Nicole Miller blanket for me.
Grandma Debbie.
Yeah, I have no problem, if when Mallory gives me that time, if we want to go through all my medical records and stuff, I'll bring up my whole family. We can talk about each and every single situation, how it's led to this point, how all of my conditions have gotten worse, how they interact with each other, what my doctors think of it. I have no problem showing all of that. I speak on my platform when it comes to the things I've gone through because I like to remind people that we all go through things. So to me, it felt like because I was muted and blocked and I was asking for a box that, I wasn't given a voice. So I have no problem. If people want to know things, I'll answer it. I will have, you can talk to my doctor. Actually, they wouldn't talk to you because of HIPAA, but you know what I mean. Like, I have no problem explaining everything to you guys because this is already hard enough.
The congregation has spoken, and I think the consensus is that we encourage Gasper to go to Mallory's live to produce whatever redacted in the best way, document information, provide maybe whatever insight to the surgery needed, procedure, prognosis, diagnosis, allegedly, supposedly, all the way around. The doubters and the naysayers are available to ask those questions. I may be around. My gasket is still flabbered, and the church say amen. We would like to go to the next clip. But I do, no matter what you may think or feel about me, Casper, I say what I want to say always, but I do wish the best for you, no matter what.
I'm not allowed on that side of TikTok, Mallory's side of TikTok, so my main question is, basically just the same thing, is if you flatline, and I don't know anything about this, I'm not judging you, and I'm not, mad at you, I'm just genuinely asking, if you flatlined, right, and they had to do CPR, and you were there, and you got sent home after, a number of hours, I'm just questioning, the stickiness of the the stickiness of the things that they have on their chest whenever you get sent to the hospital. I don't know what they're called. I'm dumb. But that's just my question. Is I don't know. I really don't want to not believe. I have a lot of questions like everybody else. And I'm not allowed over there, so I just want to know, man. That's all. Bye.
Yeah, so I don't know about what you were saying about the chest thing, but if you're talking about the IV in the arm, yeah, I get that sticky stuff right on my tattoo of where me and my daughter are. I still can't get it off, usually after a shower. So I guess I know what you mean. As far as the surgery, guys, okay. So, surgery. When it comes to the endometriosis spreading, the reason the doctors think I need the surgery now is because after that cyst burst last week, things have gotten incredibly worse. They don't know enough about POTS at U of M. They want the surgery done. They feel like if I don't have this surgery, the neutropenia, if you guys don't know what neutropenia is, please go look it up. I have a very low white blood cell count. They're worried that my body might not be able to sustain itself or fight off any infection while dealing with the endometriosis because of my neutropenia, and that's why they want to remove the endometriosis as quick as possible.
Just came up here to say I made a comment earlier. I will unblock people. Just behave in the comment sections when you're there. And as long as we can be civil, people will be allowed in. I won't be blocking people, anything like that. Again, if it works for Casper, 8 p.m. Central Time tomorrow, Friday night. is when I want to have the discussion. So I will work on getting everyone unblocked, but I'm nannered on my main account until then. So make sure you follow me on Running on ADHD, not the second one, because that's what I'm on right now. You need to follow on Running on ADHD. So some of you might be blocked on this one, but not blocked on that one also. So just make sure, and I promise I will work on getting people unblocked as well. Usually blocks don't last long for me. I'm just trying to use up the time real quick. I will unblock people after a while. It just need things to cool down sometimes. So that's all I got to say.
Okay, just real quick, because people were coming in my live last night. Your live was sent to me, Petty, and I was told to pop in here. I don't know much about what happened with Casper, but when I just popped in, I heard her say POTS. I too am in Michigan. U of M is not, hi Frog, U of M is not the hospital for you. I also have POTS. I'm also a nurse. Go to University of Toledo in Ohio, Dr. Blair Grubbs, amazing. Hi Diz, love your face. Dr. Blair Grubbs. But can you please clarify to me real quick, because I got told at about 2 this morning, 1:32 my time, and I'm assuming you're in Michigan if you went to U of M, that you flatlined and you're home already? Hello? Anybody?
It's on the timer.
Oh, Petty, I don't know.
I just have a question. When you say that you're going to get rid of the endometriosis, I also suffered from it and had to end up having a hysterectomy. Do you mean you're having an ablation or you're having a partial hysterectomy? Could you just explain that to me? Question number one. And question number two, if you flatlined, wouldn't they keep you for observation? Just a question. Thank you.
Yes. I don't know if you guys were in here earlier. I think that was miswording. My husband's not very, like, a lot of my family members never good with the things. I stopped breathing. They did CPR. So if that wasn't the correct thing, but it wasn't so soon. When you guys all got that update, I had already been in and out. Stop asking why I said only 2 months to live. I never said that, and everyone knows that. My doctors said they don't believe that it's the best thing. They don't think I could make it till Christmas without the surgery. That is what they said. No one said 2 months. No one said this. That's what they said. That is why they want to schedule it right away. It's a laparoscopy, by the way, not a hysterectomy. I know you guys are thinking abdomen. I have a rare case. It spread past my abdomen. So they need to do the laparoscopy to remove it in multiple areas of my body. Now, I'm trying to think of anything else. Yeah, so it was probably just miswording.
Hey, so you answered my question. Basically, I was asking what the condition was that you had said that they said maybe you wouldn't be here by December. So you're saying the neutropenia could take your life if a rupture happens, which is why they need to do surgery before it happens. So if it ruptures, then your neutropenia could go to life or death. I think that's what you're saying. So let me know. But I'm gonna hop out now.
Well, hello, everybody. How is everyone doing? Crazy night, right? How you feeling, Casper? You doing okay? Oh,
she'll be muted.
Okay, sorry about that. I just wanted to pop in. Casper, I'll go ahead and unblock you because I think I could be actually a pretty good resource for you. If you don't know my real name is Marianne, and I have stage 4 endometriosis, and I have undergone 11 surgeries to keep myself alive, so I'm well aware of this disease and what it can do. When I was 30 years old, I just had a DNC because I had a miscarriage. Sorry if that's triggering, but that's also due to the endometriosis. And I wasn't even diagnosed until I was 30 years old because it actually did breach the uterus and it reached up and spiderwebbed a lesion, an ablation, onto my appendix and ripped it open. So immediately.
Okay, so I just came up to say, can you guys hear me? Hello? Yeah, you can. Okay. So I also have endometriosis. I just had a full hysterectomy and I'm about to go undergo my stomach being removed because it has moved up into my stomach. It does spread quickly throughout your body most of the time. As far as POTS goes, I also have it. I also have went undergo cardiac arrest and I was kept for a week in ICU. So I'm not understanding the few hours. That's a little bit confusing. So
Yeah, again, you guys, please understand when my friend gave the update, this was at the very end of everything, at the very, very end of everything. We had already been dealing with this for hours. So, and it was an update at the end just to let everyone know. It was supposed to be, hey, this is what happened, this is what's going on. And again, when I realized that there's not a lot of people who know much about, yeah, Brooke, you did say that. Know a lot about how all of these work together, I immediately was like, oh my gosh, like I want to answer these people questions. I want them to know. So I came on live today and have no problem answering any questions. Casino Girl, I am so sorry that it took that long. Like, I don't know if you saw my comment, but I was diagnosed at 15 and I heard you've had a lot of medical conditions. So I would actually really like to get to know you. I really would.
Help me out. Oh, sorry about that. I don't know why my mic wasn't working. I'll be brief. Yeah, that's fine, honey. I will absolutely extend myself as a resource for you. I wish you well. It's a very scary disease, and please know you might want to look into the Cleveland Clinic. They have specialists there that are probably more in tune to help you. And if you do have an issue with bleeding or anything with surgeries, things like that, you're going to really want to be somewhere where they have an intensive care unit. So if you lose a lot of blood like I did in my first part of my hysterectomy, you will indeed wake up in intensive care. And that's not to scare you. That's just to kind of prepare you. Okay? So, there's a lot of things that you need to know. If this is your first laparoscopy, they might end up opening you up. So be prepared for that as well, okay? Again, I wish you well. Thanks, Pastor Petty. Thanks, comment cousins. I love y'all.
Casper.
Yeah, it's definitely not my first laparoscopy, guys. I can show year after year. I've had so many laparoscopies. I know the name of the game. Literally, I mean, is there any? I want to answer anyone else's questions.
Casper, I think you should save it for 8.
Okay.
I was only doing the people come with me with the questions, and I just, if I didn't say anything, then they would have.
So I don't know. I do want to clear something up. I don't know if you guys. Can I clear something up real quick? I don't know if you guys saw. So there was a break, right? I was in, and then there was a break where I was home, and everything was fine, right? And so during that time, I was online. I think I made like 2 videos, and then out of nowhere, I don't even remember what time left. I don't even remember what time. Out of nowhere, what happened, and at the very end of it, the updates went out. So I can totally see how from when you guys were updated and how it looks like, oh, she just went in and got out. No, that's not the case. And that's why I came here, because there's no lies here, no deceit, and I absolutely have no problem answering anyone's questions. This can be very confusing if you don't know my story. So I understand 100%.
I'm not questioning you. I ain't blocking you. I ain't doing none of that stuff. I don't know anything.
I told you first before anyone. I told you first before anyone, because I was like, you can talk to anyone you want. Because I wanted you to know that I was being upfront. This was a real situation, and that I had no problem explaining myself. And you guys have to remember, my husband's been through a lot. He may have misspoke, but this man is doing everything he can. I'm having the laparoscopic surgery to remove the endometriosis. I have had them before. I've only ever had them on my abdomen. This is the first time I will be having it somewhere other than just my abdomen. So with my other conditions, yes, they were worried to do the surgery, and we put it off for a while. And now that we put it off, it has literally gotten to the point where I'm in and out of the ER. I'm not breathing right. My neutropenia keeps dropping, so my white blood cell count is very low. I'm not fighting infections well. It's a lot. Am I not saying that right? You're making fun of me because I'm not saying it right, y'all. Abdomen. Sorry.
You're trying to say abdominal.
I know. Abdomen. Sorry. Abdomen.
Okay. Oh, hey, thanks for coming up. Appreciate you, Casper.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very well. Thank you. You have a wonderful day. Got these two up.
Shit.
Hey, Patty. You can go, Rissa.
I'm laughing because I didn't know I hit the button. My bad. And again, Trump said amen. Let's go.
This is all too heavy. Can we get back to the pooping in tires and the cooter queen? No, but listen. This is what I wanted to ask because I've been wondering these last couple of days. I haven't seen Carmen. Is she okay?
I pray that Miss Carmen's okay. I hope we all put some hearts out there for Miss Carmen. If you know Miss Carmen's situation.
Yeah, many prayers for her. Okay, I was just worried because I know I haven't seen her. All right, have a good day, Patty.
You too. I got 8 minutes. Literally, only got 8 minutes. If y'all eat up the time, y'all eat up the time.
Just quickly, Auntie Carmen was in my live the other night, y'all, like 2 days ago. Although it was brief, she came in, we said hello, and then, she'd be on the other side of Tiki-Taki. But still keep her in your thoughts. But we did see her. So she's a...
All right. Welcome. I'm glad that's over. You can still DM me, but the line of oh my God. Miss Carmen has a form of cancer. She has been doing chemo, if I know correctly. Any and all prayers are accepted for her. If you did not know that, she has come up and spoken about it. And as to my belief that any and all prayers, any well wishes to her, she would accept them, all of them, and for her and her better health. She has talked about how much it costs and all the other things. It's not an easy ride or a cheap ride, and I wish that on nobody. Now, if you did not know, when you don't see Miss Carmen around, she may be doing her treatment. That's what I think, and that's the only thing I can think and only wish well. In the news, Blaze got beat up last night. Blaze got beat up.
This is not. Yeah, nigga. This is down. I told you I don't play, nigga. No, the fuck up. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking. Yeah.
Blaze got beat up last night in the news by somebody named Arby's. He had the meat and the mollywop. And it was said, and supposedly, oh, you don't know who Blaze is? Oh. He's a live contender. His major thing, I believe, was going after Patrick Henty. I believe he had put hands on Yenti and at one time, and now he had hands put on him. Allegedly, supposedly, he also got kicked out by his significant other. Allegedly, supposedly. I don't know if that's true or not. It looks like the Arby's guy won, and I'll play this.
Keep chasing that same old devil down the same old dead-end highway. That storm run through my veins like a shot down tailspin airplane. Scared of nothing and I'm scared to death. I can't breathe and I catch my breath. Keep chasing that same old, never down the same old dead end highway.
Great how that clip came in. Just great. Oh, I work out. Sorry about the sweat. It's all natural, though. It is all natural. I have a clip to show you. I hope you get a good laugh. You might know these TikTokers. I literally have 4 minutes. Damn. Ate that clock up. Y'all ate that clock up. Y'all ate that clock up. Y'all ate that up. Y'all ate the clock up.
My mouth can open really wide, but things can fit in there.
You know, it's so sad to be this damn delusional.
I'm sorry?
It's sad to be this damn delusional. That's delusional.
So you sitting there in a pink wig calling somebody
You're delusional. I don't care about pink wig. You're delusional. You're not having no baby. And you're not ever going to have a baby. You're not going to have a baby. You're delusional. That's delusional. You're delusional. Everybody hear you. You're mute. You're delusional. I can't take it no more. My ears are burning. I can't take it. These folks are damn delusional. I can't take it. I'm not going to sit here and allow this shit to keep going. You're delusional. You're delusional. And have this bitch locked up. You're locked up. Y'all need to go to jail. Lock these motherfuckers up. You're pregnant. Calm down. We don't want you to have a baby. Calm down. Calm down, delusional. You're delusional.
Let me pause this and go to
mad because you're not gonna have a baby.
And we're gonna go to our other clip. We have a bunch. Yeah, they put you in there, but I couldn't play none of them. So if you're there, none of those get played. None of those.
1 month and 16 days.
Elizabeth Osborne and Devin Dixon are counting.
Got 3 minutes.
In years.
My husband and I had a.
Don't Betty B.
Left them homeless, camping for.
Nah, I don't think you might be in there.
But no matter how many times they tried to stop, they just couldn't.
Relapsed 3 times while in Colorado.
Not laughing at recovery. Not laughing at recovery.
Alex is part border collie, part red healer, and apparently part healer that's with an A instead of an E. Because shortly after they brought him into the family,
We found out very quickly that Alex is horrified by the smell of methamphetamines coming out of someone's skin or being smoked.
Devin didn't quite believe it at first, but then he got high and
He went to go try to pet Alex, and Alex tried to bite him in the face.
it was a first from.
And then I got 2 minutes. This was happening today.
But you saw that we didn't hear you.
Hold up.
Sit on mute.
Hold up. This happened today. Let me just make sure I get it to you. Just in case you didn't think I was watching.
In a weird way, I tried to put it like.
Just in case you didn't think I was watching.
You know, well, you know what? I can't even word it right. I can't even word it.
Here, I got you.
I think the bad part about this is this part.
Sit on mute.
This part.
Go ahead.
Bring it back up here, because what the fuck? Hold the fuck on. Yes, that's exactly what we're saying. She did say, because we did not hear her yell. If it would have been reversed, this girl would have ate us the fuck up, all because some guy was in our box that said that shit, and if she didn't hear us yelling over him, or we didn't kick him right away, she'd have fucking had a whole ass fucking cow, and we all know how.
All right, he said it was too loud. I gotta wrap this up. One last clip as a bonus. Got it. And this is my bonus. I got my bonus. I know what my bonus is gonna be. Got my bonus. I do. So today, Scam Slam. Let me watch what the hell I say, because I don't want her to be in court for me. So Scam Slam got the thing, but also she wasn't supposed to be talking about him either. So, you know, make sure you ain't talking about him with that. You know what I mean? Just saying. Just make sure you're not talking about him. You follow the order. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. I'll come back to finish up my clips. It goes both ways. Okay? It's just not a one-sided thing. It does. I know you want to think it doesn't, but you mention him. Remember, he can also go to that same courthouse and say, hey, listen, I'm over here minding my business, and she is coercing me. She is trying to get me to talk. She keeps saying my name. All right? Still can go. You can go down to that courthouse. It's still, it'll become null and void. Hey, look what she's doing. Look what she's doing. I got these recordings of her. All he has to do is prove his case to the judge with the recordings that he submits to the clerk's office. If you don't know anything about court, I'll be back later. Bye.
Fuck 'em all and they mama. How many?